We're down on the floor of the Armory getting ready to start the boys game, Chris. North comes in with an overall record of 8-9, 6-5 in conference. South only 3-13, 2-9 in conference. So no conference implications, but it still is a rivalry game.
Yes, it is. North had a big chance a week ago to dump Manitowoc, maybe get themselves back in the race. A nice lead in the first half, and it kind of whittled away, and Manitowoc got that win. Last night they bounced back and got a nice victory in overtime at home against Notre Dame. South, on the other hand, they got another loss last night, but last week they got on the winning by beating Southwest. South coming in with bringing in a lot of young kids again, a lot of underclassmen participating, as well as North. North's got 3 sophomores starting right now, very similar to the South girls.
One thing that North has shown the last couple of ball games is their senior leadership is starting to step it up. Rob Kane especially.
Oh, Rob Kane, the second half of the season, is really kind of taking things on his shoulder, hitting some clutch three-pointers and clutch shots and things like that. I really like the way he's really developed, and he's very unselfish and kind of a quiet kid, but I'll tell you, out on the floor, he's not that way. He's doing all the little things to win.
No, and we had a chance to see South the other week. We were impressed by Tyson Pitch. He's really been playing well. And Rick Biederwolf or Jake Biederwolf, pardon me, his dad is Rick. Jake Biederwolf has really stepped it up in a couple of ball games with his scoring.
Yeah, yesterday they both led the team in scoring. Tyson hit 4 threes last night, and Jake Biederwolf had that huge game against Manitowoc. And if I'm Coach Schultz and I'm feeding that into the boys tonight, hey, we beat Manitowoc, who's leading the league right now, so we can play with these guys. North finds himself in 3rd place, trying to finish with a winning season and the upper echelon thing. South getting themselves ready for the tournament.
Coach Desatel kind of talked his team down in a paper in the article this morning. He said, we're not 21 points better than anyone, yet they did win by 21 in the first game.
Yeah, they did, and actually it was kind of like a slow, stretching lead. It was very close, actually, for the early part of the game, or actually the first half or so. I think it was a 1-point game and a half, and slowly but surely they moved away, and I don't think it didn't seem like it was a 20-point victory when it was all said and done, but that's how it turned out. But that was a very close game, and many people might not remember that.
One of the things that we noticed early on, even before we got on with the TV games back in December, North shoots their free throws quite well this year, and in that first game, they hit 29 out of 39 free throws. You would think, just like in any other ball game, free throwing can be huge.
Yeah, and that could be what it might come down to today is free throws. I know Tommy Eyrich hit a whole bunch that game. We know Rob Kane's clutched up and hit some free throws late in the season here. You're right, Marty, it could come down to free throws late in the game here. And as I said, South has been playing a lot better, and they played a lot of games really close this year. I don't know if you follow that a lot, but they've probably got about 8-9 losses under 6 points.
One of the things we said about the first game is the Lady Red Wings would have to play just about a perfect ball game. South doesn't have to play a perfect game to beat North.
No, they just got to take care of the ball. You know that North's going to come out with that press and things, not have too many turnovers, play good defense, and try to get out on the shooters. I think one thing that South did last time, they really took away T.J. Kellner early. They were in the corner over here, taking away their shooter over here, and let other people do things. And that's when the Rob Canes, of course, stepped up, and those clutch free throws is what basically put away South.
Okay, we're going to step out. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups and opening tip-off for the second ball game.
When I need you, I just close my eyes and I'm with you, and all that I so wanna give you, it's only a
You don't have to be a hero to be a hero. When you adopt a child from foster care, just being there makes all the difference.
Diversification. It's a pretty big word, but easy to understand, especially when it comes to structuring your investment portfolio. Having diversity in your investments is always a good idea. It not only makes your overall portfolio more balanced, it can provide you with a little peace of mind by helping you minimize your risks. Simply put, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Learn more about the importance of diversifying your portfolio and choose to save.
it is. Turn it down.
So on the count of three, I would like everyone to stand up who went to north or south and had some piece of armor. Now students, you're up, you're going to be up all night. But I'm talking about those older students called your parents and community in the back. So on the count of three, everyone that went to north or south, please stand up.
Joe Sheehan, the comments prior to the game, a lot of people stood up.
Very nice night, Marty.
Our national anthem. I believe they're going to go through the non-starters first with the introductions. The crew tonight, we have Kerry Kautzer, Andy McKillop, Scott Meloff, Steve Reiner, my partner Chris Wright, I'm Mike Martin, and a cast of thousands at the Armory tonight. Let's go through the starting lineup for South. Matt Hemsing is a 5'9" senior. Number 15, we talked about him in the opening, is Tyson Pitch. He's a 6-foot junior. Number 21, Nick Wilson. Chris likes this guy. He's a 6'4" junior. He's a good one. Zach Duquette is a 6'2" junior. He's number 31. And then rounding out the starting lineup is freshman Jake Biederwolf, number 41. He's a 5'7" freshman. For the Raiders, South coached by Tim Schultz in his first year. For the Raiders, starting at a guard is number 11, Dave Moss. He's a 5'11" senior. Number 24, Rob Kane, another senior. He's 6'3". He's picked up his ball game the last couple of weeks. Number 25, Tim Schwer, is a 6-foot sophomore. He's one of those sophomores that has been playing a lot this year for the Raiders. 31 is TJ Kellner. He's a 6'2 sophomore. And then rounding out the starting lineup is a sophomore, 6'3, number 51, Tom Eyrich. North is coached by Tom Desatel in his 29th year. Our officials tonight are Lee Cornels, Todd Gutzman, and Robin Last. Okay, we're getting ready for the tip-off. We had a little power outage there for a second. We don't know what was going on.
Somebody tripped over one of the band members.
Well, blame it on the band. Good going, Chris. Now we'll get calls because of that.
Well, they did.
Now they're getting them scored around. They're so excited, Chris, the players forgot how to line up. Wilson and Eyrich jumping center. And South controls. Peter Wolf has it. North in the man-to-man defense. Peter Wolf called for the walk.
Well, at the beginning of the girls' game, Marty, there was a lot of nerves. Let's see if the boys have the same situation. There's some young people out there, as we said before, 3 sophomores and a freshman on the floor.
Moss on a quick feed to Eyrich, but he had it tipped away, and Zach Duquette came away with it. Long shot by Hemsing, no good. Hemsing didn't play last night, Chris. He's got a bit of an ankle injury. Let's see how that affects him tonight. Hopefully he'll be okay.
Glad he gets to play in this last game. He's been in the program for 3 long years.
A lot of Hemsing's gone through that South program. And we get a foul on Tyson Pitch. Moss open in the lane, had a shot blocked by Duquette. He looked open, but Zach Duquette closed the gap awfully quick.
3 sophomores for Sheboygan North, all played together since they're little kids, all St. Dominic's kids, all in the same class. And now all starting as sophomores in the last Armory game.
Moss calling out the play. He's got it on top, being guarded by Jake Biederwolf. And Kane took a couple steps before he put the ball on the floor.
Right idea, just shuffle the feet.
North won their game last night. We had mentioned it. They won 64-57. Rob Kane had 24 points. South lost to East 77-63. Tyson Pitch had 18.
As I said, 4 3-pointers, Marty.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that coming off a win or a loss tonight makes all that much difference. TJ Kellner committing a foul in the backcourt, and not a good one either.
No. A little nervous, trying to get too much accomplished.
Hemsing trapped in the corner.
Wrong place to be.
Yeah, but he got out of the double team.
Yep, never be in that no-no corner over there. You're pinned up against the sideline, the half court, and 2 big white shirts.
Getting the shot off, but no good, was Tyson Pitch. Rebound put back by Hemsing is no good, but he's fouled.
We have a 3 official crew tonight, Marty.
Foul goes on Tom Eyrich. Talking about the 3 officials, Chris, the WIA is going to have 3 officials in many of their, I think it starts at sectional play. And good time to start it down here. Big court, big game. Might as well get 3 officials. Hemsing It's his first free throw. Matt looking for second point of the night. Kane with the rebound. Kellner hit after the shot. Foul goes on Tyson Pitch. That'll be his second.
Never foul a jump shooter.
Kellner will be shooting 3. It was not after the shot. Kyle Reuter coming in for Pitch. Reuter's a 6'2" junior. Kellner looking to get his third point of the night. Left it a little bit short. Wilson with the rebound. Wilson muscling his way to the basket, but he was out of control and didn't get off a good shot. Nice feed by Moss into Schwerer for an easy 2.
Well, they're up and down the floor, Marty. Peter Wilson in a little bit of trouble, but gets himself out of it again. Saw this last week against Manitowoc. North came out, did a very nice job running the floor in the first half.
Wilson, again, out of control, gets it over to Duquette, whose shot is off, no good. And South comes away with it. Peterwolf to the hoop and got it in. Good driving basket by Jake Peterwolf. North on top 4-3 early on. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Irick, fake, shot is up and in, and a foul is going to be called on Nick Wilson.
Well, he had his hands straight up.
Well, I think anytime there's that much contact,
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
it's going to be pretty hard to get the breaks
Right.
on that.
Just a couple fingers went down, and that's what they saw. And with 3 officials, it's going to be a lot easier to see little things like that. Andy Lancer now in the ball game. He used to be the starter. They went with Wilson tonight.
Irick completes the 3-point play. North on top 7-3, just rolling under 5 minutes. Hemsing in the right place at the right time.
South wants to go, but there seems to be white shirts closing quickly.
Reuter cut off at the baseline. Open was Duquette, and he nails a 3-pointer.
From way downtown.
Well, Zach not noted for his 3-point shooting, but he got that one in. Kellner has it on the wing, being guarded by Reuter. One-point ball game, North up 7-6. Moss to Irick, pump fake. Couldn't get Lancer off his feet. Now he forces the shot and got it up and in. Good move by Tom Irick.
Yeah, good move is right. Just a sophomore, kept his pivot foot down.
Both teams playing a man-to-man. Lancer on the drive, but we had a whistle underneath the basket. Foul goes on Dave Moss. That's his first and the third team foul. South has committed 3 fouls also. Outside the line, off, no good, is Tony Gallhart's shot. The putback shot is good by Reuter, and he's fouled. Foul goes on Rob Kane. Not with us tonight is Brian Andrews. Normally is the floor camera guy, and he's really our technical expert. We miss his expertise tonight. Brian a little under the weather, and we want to wish him all the best.
You mentioned glue of an organization. He's our super glue.
Really?
That's what he does for us. Does an outstanding job with pictures. Unbelievable.
North maintains the lead, but it's only one. Kick up to Brad Schmitz, steps around Hemsing, kisses it off the glass, but no good. And Andy Lancer with the rebound.
Big rebound for Andy Lancer.
Lancer, yeah, it's pretty basic fundamentals. Got to get the ball on the floor first. Winning the turnover. Jamal Johnson in the game along with Tony Gallhart for South, as is Lancer, Biederwolf now, and Reuter. Brian Williams checking in.
Well, Johnson's been a big spark. I like him coming off the bench because he brings a little electricity and
TJ Engels in the game for North.
Athleticism.
Moss takes the bump, but keeps his control and lays it off backboard, up and in.
I mentioned a few times this year, I love it when Dave drives to the basket, creates things, and then either dishes off or can do things like that. He's got a nice pull-up J, too.
We just beat the 10-second clock. Jamal Johnson cut off at the baseline by Engels. Biederwolf outside the line. Shot is no good. Lancer up and in with the putback. Andy Lancer.
Back and forth we go.
Kellner, lean back, jumpers up and in. TJ Kellner. Good body control on that one, Chris.
Yeah, he probably learned that in the 9-foot ceiling at St. Dominic's.
Really? Lancer short-armed it. Jamal Johnson feeds it in to Lancer. His shot is no good, but we got a foul underneath. Andy Lancer will be shooting 2. He was fouled by Dave Moss, and for Dave, that's his second.
Sweet pass by Jamal Johnson. Pace definitely favors North. This is what they like to do. I'm not saying that South can't do it. You know, they wanted to have up-tempo more this year.
It's kind of like that football team, you know, it's got the big bruising fullback. You don't start to feel it until about the second half or the fourth quarter. With North and all their substituting, that's kind of wear you down after a while.
Yeah, I know South has played a lot of guys this year too, so they got good athletes there that can hang. It's just that this is something that North does all the time. And I think you made a good point, Marty. It might catch up to you later.
Andy not able to get that free throw in. TJ Engels with the rebound. Brian Williams pulled it back out. Good move by him. Alex Jordan in the game. Offensive foul on Kane. And for Rob Kane, that's his second personal.
That's why I looked right over at you, Marty. I thought that was number 2 for him, and pretty much a automatic trip to the bench with 2 fouls. Coach Destel better hurry up here. He's going to bring in Bradley Schmitz. Brad's brother Adam played in this gym.
Reuter tossing it in the Biederwolf. We're down to 2:30 left in the first quarter. North on top, 13-11. And, what has been definitely an up-tempo game. Jordan got to the loose ball and then was pushed to the floor by Jamal Johnson. He had a good shot a long time. North coach Tom Desatel. Desso and John Schumann did a good job on that show we had prior to the games tonight. And you were actually very good on the interview, Chris, for once. Just kidding, buddy.
They had a... If you didn't see it, there'll be some replays on TV8. Check your schedule. There's a nice show that was put together by the production.
Was it today or last night's sports page they want to check? It's got a press release in there.
Yep, and you can check Channel 8.
Yeah, those scroll throughs.
The calendar of events.
Matt Hemsing on that foul. 15 foul on South, and gosh, we're still got 2 minutes left in the quarter.
Yeah, there's a lot of fouls.
Yeah,
sure glad we have 3 officials.
North has 6. They're seeing too much. Jordan, kick out to Kellner. Oh, way off, and it bounced off of TJ Engels. South will have it.
TJ's playing with a lot of adrenaline. He'll get in a flow.
There you see Joe Sheehan behind the official, Mark Hanna, and the mayor, Juan Perez.
Yeah, Senator Lightpump.
Is that who that other guy was?
Yep.
He's a Democrat.
Oh, right.
No, I think he's a Republican. I take that back. He is a Republican. Andy Lancer out to Duquette. 13-11. North on top. Jamal Johnson, a fadeaway. Ball is tipped away by Lancer, but Schmidt's able to come down with it. And then he throws it out of bounds. But Brad did a great job of being strong with the ball to get it away from Andy Lancer, who is a big guy. But
he had all that pressure, relief pressure, and then threw it away.
when he wasn't under pressure.
Right. Oops.
Good step out defense by Engels. Lancer wanted to take the shot, but good cover up defense. Oh, he's open for the 15-footer and drains it. Andy Lancer. Lancer off the bench, Chris, has 5 points. Kellner, no good, and he's fouled again. That foul is going to go on Mike Weber. They're going to call it after the shot, Chris. No bonus, that's only the 6th team foul. There you see that red line. When you got a side inbounds, you can use the red line as the boundary. Now it reverts back to the black line once the ball gets passed in. Good defense by Weber to keep Kellner from being open.
He's going to get another one if he's not careful.
Oh, he's got the forearm on his back, and there you see a heavy push. Robin Last had just turned away.
Yeah.
Weber's timing was great. Kellner open, bango! TJ Kellner. Got to keep an eye on that boy.
TJ worked very hard to get open going off the screens.
And we get a double dribble call.
Yep, picked it up and dropped it. So I was saying TJ worked very hard to get through the screens and run off those screens, got his opening, set his feet and shot it there.
One thing that Hemsing seems to be doing is running down the court and are leaving most of the ball handling chores to Jake Biederwolf. South in a man-to-man, under 10 seconds. 5. Lob to Kellner, his shot is no good. He was fouled, but no call. And that's the end of the quarter with North on top, 16-13.
My fondest memories of 1956 when Oshkosh came to the Armory here, and they were rated #1 in the state. And we beat them, I think the score was 68-60. That was one of my fondest memories.
How many points did you have?
How many points did I score? 27 against Sam Barnard. Oshkosh, Wisconsin recruit. Okay.
Back at the Armory, back in May of 28th of 1968, the Sheboygan Bucks actually played here against the Atlanta Hawks. They unfortunately dropped the game 112 to 111. Another interesting fact about the Armory. We got some more coming up if we get a chance as we go through the broadcast. Many of these things that we talk about are in the insert that was in last night's paper. I'm trying to pick out some of the things that weren't in there so it makes it a little more interesting for the fans. In action earlier today, the Sheboygan South JVs defeated North 71-61. In freshman action, the North Gold won 54-36 over the South White. And then in the other freshman game, the South Red defeated North Blue 53-46.
5 of 11 shooting for North. 5 of 14 for South.
Kellner hard to the basket, pull up, 12-footers up and in.
Well, Tyson Pitch is back in the ball game, Marty, and he's got 2 fouls, so he had to lay off TJ a little bit. Peter Wolf out of control there.
Yeah, his pass was blocked from behind. I believe that was by Alex Jordan in the game.
Kind of left his feet in a little tough situation.
Tim Schwer being guarded by Hemsing, gets around him. Pull-up jumper is good. Off the dribble now, North is starting to put in baskets.
And all of a sudden, 7-point lead.
Derek Deasing getting ready to check in.
You don't want to be there, Matt. You know better than that.
Matt now at the controls out on top. Peterwolf open from outside the line. He drains it. Jake Peterwolf. Jake has 5 points. Can't give him time to shoot. Kellner's shot is no good, but Eyrich with the rebound. And then Peterwolf with the steal. Good recognition by Jake.
Nice.
And then he throws it away. Good hustle by Kellner to get back to cover up on Tyson Pitch. That's a good call. Tom Eyrich lowered his shoulder trying to get past, but actually ran right through Nick Wilson.
Nick Wilson's a big, strong kid. I do like that kid, Marty. He can really jump, and he's got a nice shot, too. He doesn't get enough opportunities, I think, sometimes to use it. Just a junior. Sure that South is going to be happy to have him back, both on the football field and the basketball court.
For sure. Dave Pfeiffer's got to like him taking that charge. Engels with a takedown about the 3-point line. And then Hemsing falls down and travels. You know, even with 3 pairs of eyes out there, they're getting away with some shenanigans on both sides.
Very physical.
(20-16), North on top. We're rolling down to just over 6 minutes left until halftime. Moss driving to the hoop, lays it off the glass and in. There's that move you like.
Yeah, when he doesn't do that, he seems to always, kick it out to somebody. And again, for the second time, as many shots that he's taken, he's gotten layups.
A good pickup by Matt Hemsing out at near half court to prevent the turnover. Nick Wilson on a good screen, but then the ball is tipped away. And a scramble on the floor. Bodies flying. You gotta love it.
1, 2, 3, 4. Guys on the floor.
And they're gonna keep it going South's way. Coming back in is Alex Jordan. Dave Moss will take a seat. Zach Duquette back in the game for South, and then Schwer almost steals it. And now we got another scramble on the floor.
Good hustle by TJ Engels there.
Deasing open, can't get it to go. Zach Duquette with the rebound. (22-16), North on top. Mike Martin along with Chris Wright bringing you the ball game tonight. Last North-South game in the Armory. That started back in 1942. Duquette's shot is no good. Wilson can't get control, and we get a whistle underneath. I think we're going to get Deasing, Derek Deasing with a foul. Longest streak in the series was a 14-gamer by North. That ranged from 1998 to 2004. South and Central had 2 6-game winning streaks, one from 1952 to 54 and the other from 72 to 74. Free throw by Wilson is no good.
And this is the 138th meeting. They had 10 tournament games here.
North also had a 10-game winning streak, Chris. That one went from 82 to 86. Schwer on the pump fake, but good defense by Matt Hemsing. And Zach Duquette with a strong rebound. Remains 22-16, North on top. Tony Gallhart back in the game. Tyson Pitch. Is that his first three-point attempt?
First shot attempt.
We're gonna have a foul. Good lead feed to Tim Schwerer, but we get a foul before the shot, and that foul is gonna go on Matt Hemsing, and that's his second. Remember, Tyson Pitch also has 2 fouls. 7th team foul on South, so Schwerer will be at the line. Low scoring affair, Chris. For all the action, up and down action, actually. I believe we're going to have a halftime guest to carry. Tom Fogel going to come up and talk a little bit about Triple Play Sports.
I think you're just going to talk about the his moment at the Armory here. So.
Oh, okay, his moment at the Armory. I know what it was. He's wearing his Triple Play shirt. We're going to have to put a little bandage over that. A good step up by Schwerer to make the steal attempt. And then we get another scramble on the floor. Arrow points South's way, so they'll keep it. 24-16. North building a bit of a lead, Chris, slowly but surely. South needs to get a basket. They've had some problems getting hoops. Andy Lancer going to the basket. Jump shot from about 6 feet out is up and in. Andy has 7 points in the first half.
3 for 4 from the floor, 2 rebounds. Good half for Lancer, and there's still about 4 minutes left. Now he's
Andy playing a real tough defense on TJ Engels, but the pull-up jump shot is no good by Schwerer, and then we get a foul on North. Foul goes on TJ Engels.
Say that TJ's Andy Lancer probably met on the football field a few times. Lancer playing tight end and TJ playing a little linebacker.
Free throw is no good by Gallhart. Alex Jordan has it. Schwerer with a runner, around and down. Tim Schwerer has 8 points. And we get an over and back call on Jake Biederwolf. Well, that probably was the better of the 2 things that were going to happen, because otherwise North gets a breakaway layup attempt.
Turnover starting to mount for South. That's 5 1/4, 9 for the game.
26-18, North up 8. 3:10 remaining till halftime. A good pump fake by TJ got Kyle Reuter off his feet, and then he commits the foul. Now, sometimes people think that TJ is just a 3-point shooter, but so far tonight he has 2 2-point baskets, only 1 3-pointer, and he's going to the free throw line for the 3rd time. He's shown some very good individual moves.
He's shot for the cycle. I was at a baseball clinic yesterday and today. Which reminds me, the North-South games for baseball will be at night this year, so you should come on out. And
that's kind of a bummer, you know, if we try to do those on TV8, we don't get quite enough light to make them real good.
Trying to get your students out and fans of baseball to come out, so 7 o'clock.
Cross-court pass by Johnson is intercepted by Engels. He's going hard to the hoop and crashes down. Lancer right on top of him, but foul's going to get called on Jamal Johnson. Ooh. Reminded me of Trevor Gruby last year, crashing into the stage. Well, if you're going to have somebody go on the stage, it might as well be a TJ, because he's probably the toughest guy out there.
Yeah. Trevor's talking about it right now, how last year at this time, he's over there in the 3rd row behind the players.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there he is. He's saying I went into the floor harder than that. It's a full timeout. We'll take a short break, Scott. Maybe we can show one of those sound bites.
Oh, I think my fondest memory was when I was a sophomore and I got to be on the varsity and I played. One of my first games was a North-South game. And I couldn't believe playing in front of all those people, the intensity and the rivalry, having Big Red and Old Vic out in the middle of the court. It was quite an experience that I'll never forget. And in my junior and senior year, there were such close games that with the sound and the crowd and all the signs and that kind of stuff, it's a great basketball atmosphere for high school basketball. And I really think that's kind of neat, not only now, but to tell kids about that, but experience that I'll never forget.
I saw your wife and kids over at the Jefferson 5th grade game this morning.
Heard they took one on the chin, Marty.
Well, they're getting better, Chris, and I mean that sincerely. They did lose 17-7, but against that team earlier in the year, they had to turn off the scoreboard. They got hammered so bad. So they're getting better.
That was nice of Todd Decker, player at North, assistant coach, and now a very successful coach at Sheboygan. Luther lost a tough game to a very good Oostburg game the other day.
Oh, if there's anyone you'd like to beat, it's Oostburg.
Well, they're good.
I mean, they're good guys, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's a good club, and Coach Decker's done a nice job at Lutheran as well, and Johnny, of course, has had a nice year.
Engels with a couple of misses, but Schmitz came away with the rebound, and then he throws it away. Tony Gallhard on the interception. 2:40 remaining in the half. North up 28-18 in a very low scoring first half. A lot of defense. Andy Lancer. Great move around Engels for the lay-in. Andy Lancer with 9 points.
Boy, and this is what South expected from Lancer all year, and he's really displaying it in front of a big house tonight.
Schmitz gets right around Johnson, puts it off the glass, but can't get it to go. Engels undercut and fouled, and he goes down hard again. That foul goes on Andy Lancer, his first. TJ will be at the line shooting a pair.
That's all right. It's only Lancer's first foul. Having such a nice ball game, don't want to see him in foul trouble.
That was a 10th foul on South. It's a double bonus for North the rest of the half.
TJ's having to play some minutes here with a little foul trouble on Irick and Kane, and doing a nice job.
And Moss, they each have 2 fouls.
Yeah, I got 3 rebounds for TJ here.
Three black shirts are on the ball, and Hemsing comes away with it. And then a strong lead feed to Pitch, and he pulls it back.
Remember, he has 2 fouls for South.
Oh, you don't want to have him get his third.
No. And yeah.
2 minutes left. Got to play smart, Tyson.
Doesn't Hemsing have 2 as well?
Yep.
Closing down here.
And Tyson, Hemsing, and Johnson each have 2. Shot is up and good by Tyson. Pitch, a 3-pointer. Had my head down counting fouls instead of watching the action. Missed his shot from the corner.
It rattled around and went in, Marty.
Jordan right down the lane. Left-handed layup is strong, no good. And then we're going to get a foul on TJ Engels. The official didn't want to call it, but when Gallhard fell to the floor, there was nothing more he could do.
Now coming in is Corey Dodge. The fouls are mounting for the North Bigs.
10th foul, so a couple of free throws for Gallhard. He had a trip to the line earlier, Chris, and missed the free throw. Part of having a good free throw percentage as a team is you got to get the right guys at the line. Right now, Gallhard and Engels are not helping the team percentages for North and South.
South missed a couple earlier too. There you can see the massive crowd on the north side.
You know, usually, well, north side is totally packed.
So
the
is the
south
south
side has a little bit of an opening in the student section.
Not much.
Gallhart hit the second. It's 28-24. North up by 4 with 1:25 remaining. Corey Dodge in the ball game for the first time tonight. Engels trying to pick up double screens, but jumping out and playing good defense was Tyson Pitch. Dodge. Out to Jordan, he got fouled, no call, got the ball back, and they had it stripped, and now it's on the floor. Williams with the rebound. Tim Schwer didn't see who had it, almost played defense on his own man. Scramble, Dodge, no good, and then tipped out of bounds by Andy Lancer. Boy, a couple of golden opportunities for the Raiders go by the board. Chris Wright writing furiously.
Well, I'm shaking my head there to throw the ball, you know, back into play there under your own basket. Bad, you know, situation, and turned out to be a lucky break for South that they missed it.
You're gonna get a blocking foul on Brian Williams. There's 43 seconds left in the half.
Dodge.
You're right. Corey Dodge picks up the blocking foul.
Good decision here by Coach Schultz. Get the two guys with 2 fouls out here, and it was 28-20, but a big three-pointer.
On a blocking foul, they should be shooting free throws.
You're correct.
But they're giving South the ball out of bounds.
You're correct.
Wait a second. Okay. Too late now. Actually, it's not too late now.
But say it was 28-20, a three-pointer by Pitch, and then that free throw, and now South has a chance to close the gap to 2. I believe it was just 1 at the first game. The half time.
Biederwolf with a pull-up 12-footer, got it up and in. Nice shot by Jake Biederwolf to get open off the dribble.
Got that right.
Under 20 seconds, it's 28-26, North on top. Very entertaining ball game, not high scoring, but a lot of action. Under 10. Jordan, between the legs, dribble, loses it, and then we get a quick timeout. Timeout by Tony Gallhart. South will have it with 3 seconds left.
Not a timeout you really want. It's, I mean, you practice that, you hustle, and the next thing you know, that
well, it's one timeout you don't get back either.
That's right. But I mean, you know, if it was 8 seconds left, you say it's a great play, but you don't know. You're hustling and.
Correct. I'll tell you, South has hung in there. North had the lead up to 10. It was 28-18. South has scored 8 unanswered points. And with a chance to actually take the lead off, they can get a three-pointer off and make it.
North just 10 for 24 from the floor.
Great paint job, guys. Mako. Gallhart with a heave. No good. We're at halftime where the Raiders lead it 28-26.
Pop quiz. Who had the eye of the tiger? What horse did Seabiscuit beat? Who showed who the money? In what game is there no crying? And by the way, what game did your kid play at recess today?
Know what really matters. Know about your kid's school and know about your kid. Find out 100 ways to know more, do more.
I remember when it first hit me. Applied energy in a forward direction equals human locomotion.
What does this all mean, Doc?
Well, it changed life as we know it.
I thought, wow, this concept might actually change the way we get from point A to point B. I felt like Einstein inventing the telephone.
I give you the human foot.
Get up, get out, get moving. A message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
On the floor is the North High drum line, and joining me up on the stage is Tom Fogel. Tom was not able to make it down to the Armory the night that we did the sound bites. So Tom, why don't you take about a minute and tell us about your experiences down here at the Armory?
Well, I have two distinct memories of the Armory. One as a spectator, as a fan, watching Paul Farley hit the game-winning shot against Kohler, not a north-south memory, and saying to myself, someday I'm going to be on this court. And that day did come. My memory as a player was when Coach Desitel walked into the locker room our junior year. We're a big underdog against South. He pulled out yellow uniforms that was unheard of from Coach Desitel. First time we sported yellow uniforms. We came out, our fans didn't know anything was going on. We pulled off our warm-ups and the crowd went nuts, and it got us jacked up, and we came out and we beat them by 20. And we were a big underdog. That was my two memories as a player and a spectator.
Thanks a lot, Tom, for coming up and giving us your memories, and all the best with triple play and success in adventure.
Well, thank you, Mike, and you guys do a great job.
Thank you. Play it loud, I'm in the artillery. Great job by those boys. Sheboygan North drum line. They're even getting a nice round of applause from the south side. We're at halftime. Let's go through some of the scoring for Sheboygan North. First of all, they were led by T.J. Kellner with 11 points. Following him was Tim Schwer with 8. Tom Eyrich had 5, and Dave Moss had 4 on a couple of real nice driving layups. A lot of contributions from different South High players. 7 different players scored points. Andy Lancer off the bench had a real nice first half. There you see Big Red. Andy Lancer off the bench had 9 points. Jake Peterwolf had 7. Chipping in with 3 each were Zach Duquette and Tyson Pitch hit a late 3-pointer to get his 3 points. Kyle Reuter coming in relief had a nice first half off the bench, had 2. And then 1 each for Matt Hemsing and Tony Gallhart. Free throw shooting was not very good, Chris, by either team. North only hit on 7 of 12, and South was much worse than that, only hitting on 3 of 9.
Well, each team had 10 baskets. I had, Marty, I think, 10 for 24 shooting for North, 10 for 21 for South. 11 turnovers though for South High, and You know, you're not going to win games turning the ball over, but they're right there. 2-point down, another outstanding first half played by South. This is what they had. They had West a couple weeks ago in the same situation and couldn't finish the job. Now, isn't there a story that Big Red got stolen one?
No, it was
taken.
Yeah, that way. But Donna Meyer called, said they got him back and fixed him up a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's step out for a minute, Scott, and play one or two of those sound bites. Make sure we get all those in before the evening's over.
His memory down here coaching is the first time that we were able to play it, having the girls playing down here back in about 1996 in that first game. It was my fondest memory and also my most horrifying memory because Jamie Engler, we were ahead by 3 and Jamie Engler came down the floor in the last seconds and put up a shot, and the horn went off, the shot goes down, and in that second or two where you're sitting there thinking, oh my God, is it overtime? And the official said no, it was a 2-pointer, and it was like, good, we're out of here, because it was just first game down here, and the kids were watching, you know, reading the signs up on the walls and going ooh and ah and whatever instead of playing the game. But that was probably my fondest memory, the first time having the opportunity to play down here.
Well, I think for me, the fondest thing that I had was 1968, our postseason tournament game against North, which we came out victorious 57-55.
Charlie was a leaper. Yeah, you look at him now, he doesn't look like it, but he was a good jumper. He's a very good athlete, was a good football player too, Chris. Paul Wagner, a coach, longtime coach over at South for the girls. He was the coach when they ran up that 17 in a row. And well, actually, would you say it was 23 in a row?
23 in a row.
And 17 in a row in the Armory. In 1956 was the first Central North WIA playoff game. And the last time these two teams met in the Armory in the WIA playoffs was in 1974. South won 62-41. And that 21-point difference between the two teams is the greatest margin by any team in a series playoff game. Then overtime games, Central and South. The Central-South combination leads that category 5-4. We got some more coming up, but not right now. Our next ball game will be next Friday when Green Bay Preble invades Sheboygan South. As a matter of fact, Chris, our last 2 games of the basketball season, the way it stands right now, is at South. We have the 17th game we just mentioned against Preble, and then the 23rd, Manitowoc invades Sheboygan South.
Gordy Zastro had the most points here in a high school game, 38. And then we talked about Kevin Kober's 35 points. I remember that.
Ooh, I remember. I was at that game. Boy, he lit it up. Oh, man. He put the team on his back and carried them literally.
Yeah, Steve Fisher, also from South, had 34 points in a ball game. But I remember that night by Kevin Kober and then having to go to dinner with his family. What a nice kid he was. And now he's a police officer just outside Milwaukee.
Schwer with the ball on the wing being guarded by Hemsing. It's 28-26 North on top. Eyrick forcing his way in the lane, got the shot off, but good defense by Nick Wilson to prevent Eyrick from getting the hoop. Ederwolf had it taken away by Rob Kane. Kane going hard to the basket, puts it up, no good. Got the rebound back, was gonna put it up, but he's fouled. That might go on Matt Hemsing. It does, and that's his 3rd.
Well, you had a situation there, 2 guys with 2 fouls. Rob Kane going down hard. Hemsing was going to take the charge. Kane stopped, pulled up, missed. But on the rebound by Kane, Hemsing picked up the big number 3. So of the 2, unfortunately for South, their leader, their point guard, picked up number 3.
I'll tell you, Rob Kane is not off the schneid yet. He doesn't have a point in the ball game. That's his first.
And he was well rested with those 2 fouls. Not play a lot in the first half.
Duquette being guarded by Eyrick, and we get a foul.
Duquette had a nice first half.
Tim Schwer gets called for that foul, Chris.
I had him for 5 rebounds in the first half. Now he's got 6 in the game. And of course, he hit that three-pointer.
Tyson pitch out to Duquette. His shot is no good. Tipped away by Wilson, and then Hemsing puts it back up and in. Right back down the hoop. Down the floor goes Tim Schwer with the hoop, and then South throws it out of bounds. North is going to get it back. Schwer has 10 points in the game. Well, that was a crucial turn of events, Chris, for South. Boy, they got a basket, but then North comes right back with one, and then South throws it away.
Yeah, Timmy's 4 for 6 from the floor. It's kind of a quiet 10.
Irick has it inside. Good one-on-one move. Puts his shot up and in over Wilson. Pitch, pull up 10-footer, bango. And a whistle underneath the basket. We're going to get a foul on Rob Kane. That's his third. So South gets a basket and they'll get the ball.
Big turn of events for South. See if they can cash in on it. Could be an opportunity for a 4 or 5 point play.
Hemsing trying to split the defense, but had to pull it up and pass it off. Inside to Wilson. Short arm to layup, no good, but the putback is good.
Good effort.
Quick jumper is Nick Wilson.
4 point possession down here for South.
Kane with a quick release, and he's got the three. Six minutes remaining in the third quarter. North up 4, 36-32.
Kane probably getting his presence known because I think Brad Schmitz may come in with him with his third foul.
Tyson pitch. Inside to Wilson. Lean in shot, rolls off. Duquette, rebound, up and in, and he's fouled by Tom Irick. Third foul on Tom Irick. That's 2 players now on the floor for North with 3 fouls, although Irick's stepping off right now, along with Schwer, as Williams and Schmitz check in for the Raiders. Zach Duquette making his first trip to the line tonight. He has 5 points so far. Remains a 2-point North lead, 36-34. Oh, good feed by Moss into Schmitz. He puts it up and in.
It's like on the football field. Quarterback to receiver. Good no look there by Dave Moss.
Wilson out on the floor. We're going to get a blocking foul on Dave Moss. That's a good call.
Yep.
No shot, though.
Maybe underneath, Marty.
Another North player with 3 fouls. That's 3 of them.
Yeah. I thought it was a good call, too. Nick Wilson being very aggressive here in the second half.
He didn't look real comfortable driving down the floor, but he got it done.
Yep.
Pitch from inside the line. Shot is no good. Duquette on a rhythm bounce. Up, no good. Duquette again, no good. South can't buy a basket. Kellner from outside the line, no good. And now Biederwolf slows it up for just a second. Tyson pitch just outside the line. His feet weren't set very good, Chris, on that shot. Moss gets around Biederwolf, off the glass, is in, but it's not being no shot. Foul happened first.
Big opportunities for South down here. You're right, Marty. They just couldn't put it in.
Boy. Well, they have like three bunny shots.
Yep,
couldn't
right
get
there.
one in.
Yep, real close range.
Zach Duquette committed that foul for Zach. That's his first. North on top, 38-34. We got 4:47 remaining in the third quarter. Inbounds pass to Kane, and his shot is off, no good. He misses a bunny.
He almost picked up his 4th foul there too, Marty.
Andy Lancer back in the game. Andy had a great first half with 9 points. Good save by Pitch.
3rd rebound.
Pitch on a runner, can't get it in. Moss.
Probably traveled.
Shot was blocked on the way up by Nick Wilson, I believe it was, or was that Andy Lancer? Lancer.
Looked like he traveled, Marty.
I thought so too. Inside to Lancer. Pop back jumper is up and in.
Been his shot tonight.
11 points for Andy.
5 for 5 from the floor.
Yeah, sometimes kids get all wrapped up and I'm not starting, you know, and I want to start. And it's not about starting, it's about getting your minutes and playing well when you get the chance.
And he's doing an outstanding job, and he's a competitor. Team player.
A little pick and roll action to Schmitz for an easy 2. Nice play. Dave Moss on the assist. 40-36, North up 4. Oh, almost,
That's a double
almost
dribble.
picked it up, yeah.
The whole place knew it.
Well,
Andy
you know what?
Lancer knew it.
He took that one dribble. He had 2 guys he could have passed it to. He couldn't make up his mind. And then when he decided not to pass, it was too late.
Pass, no pass, pass, no pass. Then he walked, and the whole place saw it. He knew it, and then the officials, oh, I guess we did have something there.
See, that's why shooting is good. Just keep it and shoot it. If you're too far out, dribble in.
Very exciting third quarter. Pace has really picked up. Scoring's increased.
Moss right down 8th Street, lays it up and in.
3rd Street there, Marty. Lake Drive, 3rd Street here.
Broughton Drive.
Broughton Drive, yep.
Hemsing can't get it in. Kellner with the rebound. North right back on the attack. They have a 6-point lead. And a little shuffle of the feet by Kellner before he got the dribble down.
Tell you what, Dave Moss having a good quarter here. Couple baskets, and again, his penetration and speed is causing all this.
Well, you got to give Coach a little bit of credit. He's left Moss out there with his 3 fouls. Kane right now is sitting down, taking a rest.
Duquette's back in the game with his 9 rebounds.
Good feed over to Andy Lancer. Andy with one of his easier shots of the night, couldn't get it in.
Yep. South's had a couple down here.
Schwer outside the line, no good. Schmitz with the strong rebound. Got it out. North keeps the possession, and they have the 6-point lead.
5 boards for Schmitty.
2:15 remaining in the third. Kellner with a lean in, had his shot blocked, got the rebound back, trying to get position to get it and can't, and then he's tied up by Andy Lancer.
Travel?
No, a jump ball.
I know, but did he travel?
Nah, he doesn't travel. Oh, that's right, he did on that one, didn't he? I don't know. I tell you, TJ would have a pretty hard time pulling the ball away from Andy.
Yep.
Well, Duquette was open down in the corner, but they didn't see him. Reuter cut off at the baseline.
Oh, Hemsing was open for a minute.
Gallhard is open. He takes a shot, no good. Not even close. Well, they're not putting in the short ones, and they're not getting close on the long ones, but Moss is driving to the hoop and getting them in.
They have to figure out what to do about that situation. He keeps getting deeper and deeper penetration and more layups. Might have to take a half a step back.
Nice pass inside to Lancer, who lays it up and in off a great feed from Matt Hemsing.
Matt Hemsing says, I can show you number 11. I'm in number 11. I can do the same thing.
Lancer has 13 points. Moss in the lane, no good, but
no.
Rob Kane with a putback basket.
I think that was an alley-ooper.
Think so?
Oh, yeah. That was a shot pass.
Hemsing splitting the defense and dishes it off, but we got a whistle first. If that goes on Dave Moss, that's his 4th. And it is.
Well, Dave Moss has had an outstanding quarter. Now going to be sitting for a while with 4 fouls on a reach.
Well, Alex Jordan's going to have to pick up the slack. Tyson Pitch is going to toss it in for the Red Wings. He's got Peter Wolf open in the corner. 3 ball is no good. Jordan with the rebound. Kellner inside to Eyrich. Lancer bodying up. Good defense by Andy Lancer to force Eyrich into the miss. 46-38, North up. Not a good shot by Andy Lancer. Here the crowd counting down, 2, 1. Shot is off in time, but it rolls off for Eyrich. At the end of 3 quarters of play, North on top, 46-38.
How do you convince a 14-year-old girl that hair doesn't matter? When the diagnosis is childhood cancer, where can parents turn? CureSearch.org can help. It's run by doctors and scientists whose research has led to an overall cure rate of 78%. You're not as alone as you feel.
Well, the first memory that comes to my mind is when Gary Azukas, who was in our class of 1960, shot with no time left in the first half of the game, and he shot from the half-court marker and he made the basket, which I thought was incredible because our armory is so much bigger than any other court in the area. And as far as North Central games are concerned, I always remember combined bands of North and Central up here. They had their full uniforms on. They were on the stage here at the Armory. I remember Bob Root being up in the radio broadcast booth, and Root would always get our names confused when he got excited. He'd call me Mike Wright instead of Bud Wright, and he'd get Tommy Puzzowitz mixed up with Dick Puzzowitz when he was excited. I also remember in those days, 1958, 59, and 60, kids from North High School would say, "Ura North High," kids from the South Side or Central would say, "Ura Central High." It really made for quite a night here at the Armory.
Just starting 4th quarter action. You know that guy, huh, Chris?
Yeah, my dad played here a couple games and played on a state team in '59 for Central, and doesn't talk much about the Armory or his playing experiences, but he did tell me some things the last couple weeks when we were talking about the end here.
Jordan missed the shot. Eyrich put the tip back up and in, but we have a whistle. We're going to get Eyrich over the back. No basket. Ball goes on Tom Eyrich, his 4th. That's 2 North players now with 4 fouls. Eyrich remains on the floor while Dave Moss remains on the North bench. The only player with any kind of foul trouble is right there, Matt Hemsing. He has 3. Duquette outside the line, had a good look but couldn't get it in. Pitch with a soft touch in the lane, puts it up and in. Tyson Pitch. Tyson has 7 points. Kellner, no good, nothing. Not even hitting the rim on that. Matt Hemsing with the rebound. South only down 6. They've remained in the ball game the whole while. Pitch with a shot that doesn't roll off. It's just not good.
Yeah, Tyson's a streaky shooter. If he gets hot, that's the guy to go to. He just hit that shot before. Not a bad shot there by him there.
Rob Kane has the ball knocked out of his hands, but Zach Duquette is going to get the foul.
Each team took 18 shots in that last quarter. Up and down game. 18 for 42 shooting for North. 16 for 39 for South.
So 36 shots in the quarter. Divide that by 8. That's over 4 shots a minute.
They're up and down.
A lot of those were putback bunnies that didn't go in. Oh, good defense by Jake Biederwolf, and South stole it away. Hempsing inside to Wilson, and we're gonna get a foul. 51, that's it for Irick. Irick finishes the game with 5 points. Considerably less than what he had the first go around. He finished with 17 points in game 1 of the War on the Shore series.
That's a little long. Got to make your free throws.
Whoa, they were 3 for 9 in the first half. And no good on that. TJ Engels with the rebound.
Got to have those. TJ's 4th rebound today.
Pitch stepping up, and then we get a double team. Alex Jordan open. His 3-point attempt is no good, and then great hustle by Jordan, but keeping the ball for South was Tyson Pitch. Hempsing open, got it.
Knew he went and shot it, Marty. He knew it was going down.
The South side just erupted on that 3-point basket.
You could just tell by his demeanor that that shot was good. Coach Tom Desautels wants a timeout.
We have a full timeout. Let's see one of those sound bites, Scott. With 6:02 remaining, it's 46-43 North.
Oh, I have several. I've coached on both sides of town. As a JV coach, the first game's in here dealing with the lighting in here, because this place is strange as light comes through the balcony windows. As a assistant with my brother, some of the early games here, one that comes to mind was when Kim Hutz took the team on her back and said, we're not going to lose. As a coach at North, the first game here, coaching against my brother, that was a thrill, and the games against him were a lot of fun. Now not coaching, having that streak being snapped, that was fun to see too, because it was a long time and it needed to end.
I'll tell you, Sheboygan South is really tightening up the ball game, and North is feeling the pressure, Chris.
Feeling the pressure, and it's the fouls that are hurting them. Foul trouble. Dave Moss, Rob Kane in the first half, and now Tom Irick out.
Dave Moss remains on the bench. Kane is in, he has 3. Kane open, bango. Oh man.
Boy, it's good you said something about the opening. Rob Kane having a step up time for these guys, and there
Wilson going hard to the basket and lays it in.
Very exciting.
Kane, baby.
Wow.
Holy mackerel. He's just putting the Raiders on his back tonight in this second half. And then Schmidt knocked the ball away, but he's going to get called for the foul. Brad Schmitz, number 3. That's his first. 8th team foul. Matt Hempsing will be at the line shooting a pair. He was 1 for 2 in an earlier trip tonight.
Well, when Dave Moss went out of the game, it was 46-38. He's coming back in with a 7-point lead. Before, you know, wasn't that big thing. I don't know right now, when you're up by 7, you can maybe weather the storm a little longer, but Coach Desautels sending them in right now.
Well, a couple of misses, but Wilson with the strong board. Against pressure, he gets a shot off, but then he's called for the offensive foul.
Boy, South's missing a lot of free throws. Have to think about that if they end up losing this game. Opportunities at the free throw line, and you missed your last 4, I believe, at least.
They've missed all their second half free throws. They're 3 for 14. Kellner with a quick release. No good. Hemsing with the rebound. Into Wilson. His shot overlay by Nick Wilson. Thought he was fouled. No call. Kellner open. No good. And then Schwer going for the rebound, tips it out of bounds. 52-45 North on top. 4:47 remaining.
TJ Kellner's missed his last 7 shots of the game. Missed them all here in the second half. Life of a two-man.
Good short hop by Biederwolf.
Trying to draw the foul.
A good double team by TJ Engels.
It's a good decision too, you're in the bonus.
Tyson Pitch, I think, wanted to go one-on-one, but lost the dribble.
North has 18 fouls.
Wilson was backing his man out and took himself right out of position, but coming up with the loose ball was Matt Hemsing, and he put it up and in.
How about these seniors, Hemsing and Kane?
Kane, good dish off, but Engels couldn't get the shot off.
Well, you got 4 minutes left in the Armory, Marty.
Kane had the ball tipped away. He's going to get possession. Duquette on the good defense.
How could that not be a travel?
I think Duquette knocked it away.
So.
Kane through the lane, no good. Ball is tapped away and then tapped out of bounds by Engels. No matter who wins this game tonight, Chris, it really does not rank as an upset. I suppose it could be a minor upset by South since they have the regular record. It's a full timeout, Scott. Let's see if we have another one of these sound bites. There you see it. North on top, 52-47.
Wisconsin, life's so good. Call 1-800-432-TRIP or visit travelwisconsin.com.
Big Bill Wagner, coach, was the last person that stopped in for the interviews when we did that a couple Mondays ago. We want to thank all of those people for stopping in and giving their time to help make tonight's broadcast a good one.
Yes, and has been a special couple of weeks have been leading up to this, and a lot of talk throughout the community, and it's just nice to see that the games have been really close too. The girls' game was, not decided till basically the end, and this game either. Both games were very, very competitive. And
before people call in the station and say, well, why didn't you get this guy? Why didn't you get that guy? We did call a lot of different people, and because of their schedules, they weren't able to make it. And actually, I think I had 17 confirmations and 11 showed up, so that's not too bad.
And you wanted to get Northsiders and Southsiders and different decades. So
actually, we got 12 with Tom Fogel being able to help us out. Oh, Hemsing's going to get called for the 10-second, and they did. Well, big turnover. South can't afford turnovers here with under 3.5 minutes left and down 5, pardon me.
You know that North presses the whole game, and basically South is taking care of it pretty much the whole night, and then with 3:27 left, you get a 10-second call.
Like North opening up the offense a little bit, trying to get a layup. Schwer being guarded by Hemsing.
And we get a 5-second call or turnover. The court's a little longer and bigger here, so give a little more space.
Under 3 minutes. Down to 2:40. Kellner got an opening down the lane, had it tipped away, and we're going to get a foul called on South. I think it's going to go on Tyson Pitch. If it is, it's his third. Tyson picked up a couple of quick early fouls, Chris, but He's behaved himself since then. Moss on a driving layup, can't get it in. Lancer goes high for the rebound.
5 boards for Big Andy.
Peter Wolf on a leaner, can't get it in. Put back by Lancer is good.
Make it 6.
Andy Lancer with 15 points.
What a night for Andy Lancer.
52-49. Rolling down to 2 minutes, and we get a timeout. 2:02 left. We got a North High 30-second timeout with 2:02 left. Talking about upsets, probably the greatest upset in the North-South series happened in my senior year, 1968. Sheboygan South came in, I think, with something like about 3 or 5 wins on the season. And we were 13-6, and they'd beat us in tournament action, 57-55. And Charlie Simon did his soundbite. That's what he talked about. He remembered that that game, and that would probably classify as one of the biggest upsets in the series. Only 4 games were won by more than 3 points in that upset business. The greatest upset standing-wise was the 1968 one, and then also in 2005.
Yep, the streak broke last year. Coach Koopman got a win in the first game of the series, and if you watch our show a little bit, you see some highlight there. North's going to try to milk some time.
Peterwolf with a big-time push, not called. Then the ball is slapped out of Schwerer's hands and comes up. Jamal Johnson comes up with it.
A lot of contact
under 2
there.
minutes. Hemsing, bounce pass into Tyson Pitch. His shot is no good. The North guys knocked it away from each other. And a timeout by Coach Tim Schultz.
Well, I'll tell you what, the South kids went right at Sheboygan North, and the officials weren't going to call it. They got the knockaway. They got a chance here. 2 good decisions there by Jamal Johnson. Wants to pull it out there, and again, an offensive rebound here. Gave his team an opportunity. Got to like the hustle there by Jamal Johnson.
One last little anecdote before we get back to the ball game has to do with coaches. Cully Hebner was 32-18 in the Armory in North-South games. Central and South. Cully was Central. John Schumann was 21-17. Bob Ruskowski, well, he's got a lot of time in the Armory. 2-8, 0-4, and then 2-4 with 3 different stints. Lyle Peterson 4-18. Dan Koopman 1-15, winning that first game of the series last year. Bump Jones 18-32. These are North guys. Bill Richards, my coach, 9-8. Frank McCormick 1-1. Mike Curtin 4-7, and Tom Desatel 44-12. Looking for number 45 tonight. Down to 127. South down 3. A 3-pointer can tie it up. Peterwolf being hounded by Kellner. Tyson Pitch, pull up 10-footer. No again, but Peterwolf with the rebound. And then we get a tie up in the middle of the lane, and we're going to get a jump ball situation. Good defense by T.J. Engels. Arrow points in South's direction, so they'll keep it. I was watching some of the highlights last night on Channel 5 from games up in the Green Bay area, and a lot of those teams already playing field houses, Chris. It's nothing like this.
Nope.
Not even close.
Well, a good point is the games will be the same, but the experience is going to be different.
Andy Lancer looking. Down to a minute. Pitch from outside the line. He ties it up.
How about that? How about that?
50 seconds. North right into their offense. Moss had an opening, didn't take it, almost threw it away. And then we get a timeout by North. 39 seconds left. We're all tied up at 52. What a way to end the Armory series, huh, Chris?
52-52 tie game. South side's on their feet, the north sides are sitting. Tie game, and you have the ball. Now the new north side soon start going a little bit.
It's a full timeout, but we're going to keep it right here. Well, North has the possession. I thought Moss did have a wide open shot, Chris. He didn't take it. I don't know if that was a good thing. What would have been bad is if you don't take the shot and he throws it away, because he almost did that too.
Well, you get a situation there where you got to either, shoot it, and if you miss, South can hold it for one last shot there possibly, or you get a situation there where he makes it and you're up. But interesting to see what North does here. I always think it's very difficult to run clock, and they were running clock earlier.
Well, I do think they got their ace in the hole in Rob Kane. Certainly wouldn't surprise either of us to see the offense run through him. He'll be tossing it in.
As it was meant to be, somebody's going to be a hero when they walk out of here.
That's right.
And there's been a lot of heroes over the years.
Kane has it. 35 seconds.
Oh, that's a long pass.
30 seconds. 25. North running the clock. 20 seconds. 15. 13 seconds left. North calls another timeout. North will get it on the side in their front court, kind of right where, well, we can't see it on our screen now, but it's right where the cheerleaders are for North.
South has fouls to give, Marty.
That could hurt them.
And no, I'm saying that they could foul North, and North could not approach the basket. So hopefully, if the South staff is thinking, especially if they go backwards, they start going forward, you can go for the steal. It's not going to cost you anything. And again, you're going to stop the action of North. So hopefully the South staff is aware that they have fouls to give.
That's why you're here. You're the man, baby.
See if they use that or if they let it go.
Dave Moss will toss it in.
Loud, Marty, real loud.
That's how we like it. Jamal Johnson in the game for South. Another timeout. Great defense by South.
Well, that's the catch too, is you call timeout to set up your play, and all of a sudden you can't get it in there. I believe North may be out. The timeouts?
I haven't been keeping track, Chris, but it is a full timeout. Pete Barth almost falling out of his seat as that cheerleader came down from about a 20-foot toss. And there she goes again. Andy the Finger Benke out there doing part of the catching. Great job by the crew again tonight. We do miss Brian Andrews, but with us, Kerry Kautzer, Andy McKillop, Scott Mieloff, and Steve Reiner. Steve has been spending all night on the top camera, and I'll tell you, by the end of the game, he's going to work up a pretty good lather.
It's a good thing he went over to Cousins, bought us all dinner, and filled up on some calories, because I'm sure he burned more than enough.
Did you get yours?
Yes, sir.
Good. They all wanted to eat it, but I told them no. All right, here we go. North needs to get it in right now. Good defense by Biederwolf. Kellner has it. 10 seconds, 9, 8, 7, 6. Pitch almost knocks it away. Moss has it. And that's the buzzer. North never even got a shot off. Somebody's shoe is laying on the floor. It was Zach Duquette. And we're going into OT. It's take a 30-second break, Scott, and bring it back. We're going to be in overtime. The score right now is 52-52. Chris, one of the things we didn't have to talk about these last couple of minutes was the foul situation. Moss was out on the court for the last over 5 minutes with 4 fouls. He's still in the ball game. Rob Kane with 3. But now that we're in a 4-minute overtime, all of a sudden foul situations come into play. Let's talk a little bit about South too. Hempsing and Pitch each have 3. They're in pretty good shape.
Yep, and again, North is not in the bonus. South chose not to foul there. I don't know if they just weren't aware of the situation, but they got away with it, and no harm there, and we're going to play 4 more minutes of Armory basketball. Who's to say it was the last 4 minutes?
Hempsing streaking across to get that tip. North controlled, but Hempsing got control of it. Peterwolf, no. Shooting woes continue for South. Kellner, bango! He was fouled after the shot, no call. 55-52. Good penetrating pitch by Dave Moss. Give him an assist. Hempsing on a spin move, but cut off. Biederwolf outside the line, no good. Lancer with the offensive board, forcing his way in. In, and it popped back out. Tough break for Andy Lancer.
Yeah, that looked good, Marty. Real good.
Schwer, runner, no good. Schmitz with a tap, right to Biederwolf.
Go out and Dave Moss, he's got 4 fouls. Another thing you can inform your players, who the guys with North who's got the foul trouble.
Biederwolf, again, in and off.
I was just going to say 3rd time's a charm, and it didn't fall.
Kane, bango from way outside the line, Rob Kane. All of a sudden, North is up 6 with 2:25 remaining.
The whole place is standing, Marty. It's really neat.
Hempsing, stop down the lane, inside feed to Lancer, up and in. Good pass by Matt Hempsing. Moss wanted to drive, but was stopped, and then it was tipped away. South has it. They're down 4.
This guy's a freshman?
He's a freshman. Good defense by Kellner.
Boy, is he smooth.
A good defense by Kane. Pitch trying to force the ball into Lancer. Rob Kane knocked it away.
Well, they're going to try to spread it out again here. As I said before, South has fouls to give. I think it's too early to do this stuff. Minute 40 is a long time.
2 3-point baskets have propelled North out into the lead.
Coach Schultz asked him to take chances. He's trying to draw to get some fouls. Might as well gamble, get up the passing lanes if you're South. Don't wait back. You need to gamble and take chances.
And there's a foul on Jake Biederwolf. I've got that as Jake's first.
Next time they'll be in the bonus.
Well, North has had their shooting woes from the free throw line, but not as bad as South.
Yep. South missed some free throws.
Johnson better get off the floor. He's going to get called for a technical.
Wow.
He got up to the table just a little bit too late.
Yeah, the horn went off, but the ball was ready in play.
Kellner. Oh, he hit a clutch 3.
That could be a big one.
Wow.
Timeout, South.
Timeout, South. A full timeout. And South will get it in the backcourt. I'll tell you, those three-pointers by North are just deadly. Holy cow.
3 from three-point line, 3 for 4 shooting in overtime. 2 by Kellner, 1 by Kane.
Wow, I'm breathless.
7-point lead with a minute left.
Minute 8 to be exact. But the thing, you know, they ran clock, you know, the possession before. All of a sudden, he's open and he just lets her flicker.
Darn right. Shoot it.
Why throw it away?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, cray. You talk about excitement. I tell you, the south side is just drained from those three-point baskets by North. The north side is just energized by the turn of events.
Yeah, this will be the 4th trip for South. Each team had 4 trips. South had a turnover and 2 missed shots. This is their next opportunity.
I think if Tim Schultz had that substitution to do over, he'd keep Andy Lancer in the game. I think he wanted Jamal Johnson in the game on defense. And he got his man in to the table too late, never got in. Well, now he has to come in.
Yeah, and now he's got to go. They got to score fast.
Good inside feed. Peterwolf with an easy 2.
Nice play.
Hensing with the assist. 55 seconds remaining. Well, North noted for their three-point shooting. And they've certainly lived up to that reputation in overtime.
Yeah, well, as I said, South in the overtime just 2 for 6. 3 misses by Peterwolf, but I'll tell you, 2 of those looked like they were in for sure. All the trips for North, their shots have been threes and they've fallen in. They do have 1 turnover in the overtime. Now it's the old free throw line again.
Well, Lancer comes back in for offense. Kellner's been good at the free throw line, hitting 4 of 5. 46 seconds remaining, North up 5. What a clutch player. 63-56, 40 seconds remaining.
8 points in overtime. He had all the points in overtime last night, too.
Good block by Kellner. He's doing it on defense, too. Hemsing get away with a travel, but he puts it up and in. Good drive by Matt. We get a whistle. Foul goes on Jake Peterwolf. Well, they got to do something to stop the clock, Chris. And
well, I think it's the right thing. You got to draw the game out. That's what you got to do if you're on the South coaching staff, and hope they miss the free throws.
Well, they're still not in the double bonus, but Dave Moss makes it immaterial.
I was going to say, this is a big one, too. This makes it a 3-possession game.
Hemsing with a good move on Moss. Behind the back pass to Lancer, who puts it up and in, and he's fouled.
Sweet pass, Matt Hemsing. Poor decision, Brad Schmitz. Can't be doing that, Brad. Let him just take it. Clock is more important right now than trying to go for a block. And now that from a 3-point,
three-possession game,
it's down to 2.
And they don't have to make 2 threes either.
No.
It's a 5-point North advantage with 23 seconds left. Lancer trying to cut it to a 4-point deficit.
Long.
Oh, got a friendly bounce.
I was questioning if it hit the wire. The wires was shaking, but not anymore. I think it's old, though.
I think it hit the very top of the backboard.
Then that's good. I don't know about that.
Kellner fouled right
thing
away.
To do. I know he hit his free throws the last time, but you don't have time to decide. You just got to foul the guy.
Good point. Ninth team foul, so again, Kellner needs to make the first. before he gets the second. There you see it. 65-61 with 21 seconds left. Seven out of 8 for Kellner. He's got a 20-point night, looking for number 21.
And most of this in the overtime there, Marty.
You bet. Off.
5-point deficit.
15 seconds. Peterwolf off, no good. Good block out by Kane. And then he's fouled by Lancer.
Unofficially the 5th rebound for Rob Kane, and nothing but the biggest one. No shot attempts or points for Kane in the first half. A lot of damage in the second half.
4 3-pointers in the second half. He's got 15 points on the night, none of them coming in the first half, as you said. The senior and the sophomore doing it in overtime. Ten seconds left in the ball game. Oh, missed a pair. Lancer with the rebound, and then we get a quick timeout by South with 9 seconds left. Well, you know things are going to get nutso after the game. Chris will be down on the floor. Hopefully we won't lose you. And doing some interviews. And again, the final North-South game in the Armory. And Coach Desautels made a comment in the paper about maybe bringing one of the games back, you know, each year. And personally, I don't like the idea. You know, if you're going to do the divorce, you know, it should be a divorce and you know, not a once-in-a-while thing, because then you lose the specialness of it.
Yep. And who knows what they're going to do at the building. And again, it's been very special as I look at, again, the condensation running down the side. I won't forget that. And all the things that we've had here, it's been just a wonderful experience as a coach and doing this announcing stuff, but just to be in Sheboygan involved, you know, with athletics and kids, it's a real neat opportunity, and been really lucky to see this stuff.
Yeah, fortunate for us to get to do this ball game. Hemsing has it. Peterwolf. Oh, couldn't get it again. South has just not had any luck on their three-pointers, and that's the ball game. North wins it 66-61.
Looking for a part-time job that'll help pay for college? Consider one that can do that and a lot more. The Air National Guard. We've got the Montgomery GI Bill and a special cash bonus that can help get you through college. And training that can put you on course for an impressive full-time job. The Air National Guard. It's money for college and fuel for your future. Call 1-800-2GO-ANG.
Let's play a game. Let's pretend you own an apartment building and I want to rent from you. I make a good salary, have a good credit history. Would you rent your place to me? How about now? Do you still like me? What if I have an accent or a disability? What if I'm a single parent? Would you steer me away? Would you close the door? Would you?
The Fair Housing Act protects your right to live where you want. If you think you've been discriminated against, call us.
Okay, we're back at the Armory. Chris is down on the floor ready to interview a couple of the winning North High players. Take it away, Chris.
Thanks, Marty. I'm here with two happy Raiders. TJ, South didn't come in here to lay an egg or anything. They played hard all night.
That's right. We knew Armory game, they're going to give it everything they got. Last one, everything they got, and we got it, and we overcame it. Played a great game.
Overtime was your time. A little sluggish early on, but boy, you sure canned them threes. I think I said something earlier in the fourth quarter. I think you were 3 of 13 shooting again. I said, oh, life is it too, but you got to keep shooting, and you got him going in the overtime.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you can't stop shooting. You know, that's what I'm out there to do, I guess. So I did it, and it paid off at the end, I guess.
So how's it been, sophomore, on this big night like this, and what do you think of this Armory stuff, and a couple memories of what you're going to have when you leave here?
Well, it's a lot of fun, but the team is always there to support you, like the seniors, the juniors. I mean, they're just there for you, and we're like a family.
Yeah. Any experiences for tonight, or things going to take home?
What was that?
Memories of the Armory, or things?
Oh, definitely. The best game by far right now. You know, I hope I find another one, but it's a good one.
Well, keep the tape. It was very thrilling. You can show your kids sometimes. Congratulations, TJ. Good luck on the rest of the way. Dave, your drive penetration early in the ball game, your drive penetrating, making layups, or doing what you're supposed to do, kick it out. You really found something tonight, and it really was a spark.
Yeah, coach told us to push the ball and keep it up a high pace and try and make force turnovers with our defense.
Yeah, there's been a lot of intensity. Both teams back and forth, really battling.
Yeah, it was a good battle.
Things like that. You're about, a couple games left of the year. You got tournament coming in, team coming together. You guys have been playing a little better ball the last couple weeks.
Yeah, we have. We've been practicing real hard in practice and working on our defense, changing it up a little bit, coming together better as a team.
One last question for you, Dave. Any memories of the last 2 years here at the Armory that you can think of or want to remember? Or?
There's so many memories whenever you play in the Armory, but I'd say last year, Trevor's layup and playing overtime in this game was pretty big too.
Well, you did a wonderful job yourself, Dave, tonight, and congratulations on the win, and good luck to you in the rest of the year. Okay, good luck, Dave.
Let's go through the scoring first for Sheboygan South. They were led by Andy Lancer. Andy had 20 points off the bench for a great night tonight for Andy in the final North-South game. Tyson Pitch and Matt Hemsing each chipped in with 10 points. Zach Duquette had 5, Jake Biederwolf 9, Nick Wilson 4, and Kyle Reuter rounded out the scoring for the Red Wings with 2. North was led by TJ Kellner with 20 points. He came up huge in the second half, and there you see Chris holding up the insert from the Armory, from the press. Goodbye, Armory. Chipping in with 15 was Rob Kane. All of Rob's points came in the second half, and he and TJ were just huge in the overtime with their three-point shooting. Chipping in with 10 each were Dave Moss and Tim Schwerer. Tom Eyrich had 7. He fouled out early in the ball game, and Brad Schmitz had 4. And that's the scoring for the ball game. Our next game is going to be at South when Green Bay Preble comes to Sheboygan. That'll be February 17th. And we just want to say thanks for all you fans for watching. Again, thanks to the people who came down to the Armory and did those sound bites. I mean, that really added to the program. To Tom Desatel and John Schumann for coming in for the program. Pete Barth and Dwight Pelpin for doing the same, for all the hard work that Kerry Kautzer behind that camera did to make that opening show a reality for us. This has just been a great experience. What a way to end the Armory North-South games with an overtime game. It was just a whale of an event, and it was a great job by everyone involved. Again, the crew, Kerry Kautzer, Andy McKillop, Scott Meloff, Steve Reiner, my partner Chris Wright. I'm Mike Martin saying thanks for watching, everybody. It's been a great ride down here at the Armory, and we'll see you down the road.